Let's talk about receiving payment as a business owner. I want to talk about this because somebody just asked me, hey, how can I reduce my fees? Because every time somebody pays me, I'm paying a ton of money just to process their credit card payment. So let me start off by saying most companies are pretty similar. Stripe, Square, QuickBooks Online, a lot of them charge 3% to process credit cards and 1% to process ACH bank transfers. Let me just say, if you need help processing your accounts receivable or sending your invoices or managing your customers or anything else with your QuickBooks Online or your bookkeeping, you got to reach out to me. I'm a bookkeeping expert. I'm a QuickBooks expert. I would love to work with you. So I have some general advice. First of all, you need to send your invoices ASAP. I see too many people waiting a week or even a month to send their invoices, and that's going to seriously hurt and delay your cash flow. So as soon as you land that contract, as soon as you get that new customer, send the invoice right away. And then you can use QuickBooks Online to set up automatic reminders. It can send a reminder 3 days after the due date, or 7 days after the due date, 14 days, 30 days after the due date, or you can even send reminders on the due date. And these are automatic reminders. So make sure you have your client's email address attached to the invoice, turn on these reminders, and then you don't need to worry about automatically following up with your customers because QuickBooks will do it all for you. It's all automated. The emails come straight from QuickBooks. They're automatic. They're on time. They never miss it. It's so easy to follow up with your open invoices. Finally, if you have clients or customers who are a pain in the butt to work with, they're annoying, or they're not paying you, that's just straight up disrespectful, and you got to stop working with these clients. Don't be afraid to fire a client if it's not a good fit. Now I'm going to go over some payment options in the next slide. And then stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to open up an actual QuickBooks Online account and show you exactly what I'm talking about and how to do this stuff on QuickBooks Online. Now, I know this video is not the most exciting stuff, but if you watch this video, you're probably struggling with paying too many fees, and so hopefully this helps you save money in your business. Okay, so you have a couple options for accepting payment. First of all, you can do ACH direct deposit, but this requires that your customers have some type of cash management system. So I'm talking about them sending you an ACH direct deposit. So you want to make yourself available. By doing that, you need to send your clients your bank account number and your bank routing number. That way, your clients can add your banking information into their cash management system so that they can pay their bills directly online using ACH direct deposit. This is another thing I offer all of my clients. I manage their accounts payable. So I get them set up with their business checking account. I get them started with their cash management, or sometimes it's called treasury management or bill pay. But my clients are no longer writing checks. They're not using Cash App. They're not using Zelle to make their payments. I'm doing it all for them directly in their online banking system. So ACH direct deposit is the way of the future. It's how you need to accept payments and pay your bills. But if that's not an option, QuickBooks Online does offer the ability to receive ACH bank transfers, but they do charge 1%. However, it is maxed out at $10. So if you're charging a client $1,000, QuickBooks is going to charge you a $10 fee to process that bank transfer. If you're charging your client $10,000, QuickBooks will still only charge you a $10 fee to process that ACH bank transfer. And stay tuned. In a couple minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn on that feature in QuickBooks Online. Finally, if your customer does not have ACH direct deposit capabilities, and if they don't want to pay you with an ACH bank transfer through your QuickBooks Online invoice, the third and final option is to accept credit cards. However, Stripe and QuickBooks Online are charging at least 3% to process these credit card payments. So what I do is I pass that along to my clients in the form of a convenience fee. You can mail me a check for free. You can pay me with cash for free. You can pay me ACH direct deposit. No problem. I'll even send you an invoice straight from QuickBooks Online with an option to pay with an ACH bank transfer. No problem. But If none of those work for you, you have to pay with a credit card, there's going to be a convenience fee associated with that because you might be sending out invoices for $1,000 or maybe even $10,000, and you're going to be spending $30 or $300 per invoice to process those credit cards. And that's just unrealistic if you have a ton of volume. So don't be afraid to pass along that convenience fee to your clients. I will say one caveat. I have heard some states, some credit card companies have made this against the rules. So just look into your state and see what rules might apply to you. Okay, now let me show you specifically exactly what to do in QuickBooks Online so that you can enable all of these cool features. Okay, here we are in QuickBooks Online, and this is an actual invoice. This is what it looks like. If you're using QuickBooks Online, you're probably familiar with this. So here is what I'm talking about, your customer's email address. If you're sending automatic reminders, you want to make sure that you have your customer's email address right here. And then here is the online payments option. So you can have credit cards turned on, you can have bank transfers turned on, and you can even ask for tips. Now, for me personally, I have credit cards automatically turned off and I have bank transfers turned on. That way, clients are not even able to pay me with a credit card because if they want to pay me with a credit card, I will need to modify the invoice. I'll need to add the extra 3% convenience fee. Okay, here we are in my company settings. If you look over here on the left-hand side, you'll see sales, and then here you will see reminders. This is where you can turn on automatic reminders. Automatic invoice reminders 3 days before the due date. You can change this to be whatever you want, and then you can also customize the email message that's getting sent to your clients. You can have up to 3 automatic reminders. It can be on the due date, it can be after the due date. And then all you need to do is click save. And then the last thing I want to show you is you can actually apply automatic late fees to invoices that are overdue. If you want to turn them off for specific customers, you will need to do that in your settings. But I hope this was helpful if you're struggling to receive payment and avoid some of those costly fees.